Good morning, I'm Judge Amy Carter. This is courtroom 1, session 1. Could I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, please?
Hafi Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Adam Scholl with Office of Public Defender.
Thank you. Marlene, have you seen the, oh, there it is. Escape. Sir, good morning. Tell me your name, please.
Mr. Jeffrey Newman.
Mr. Newman, you're here in 19 CF 12542. You were arrested for aggravated assault, battery on a uniformed licensed security officer, and resisting officer without violence. There is probable cause for those offenses, sir. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both of your cases. Your bond on count 1 is $2,500. Your bond on count 2 is $150. Your bond on count 3 is $100. So you also failed to appear in 19 MM 3506 for the offense of petty theft. Your bond in that matter is $1,500, sir. Oh wait, this is someone else. I'm sorry. It's connected to the wrong person. That's interesting. Mr. Newman, I apologize. You only have the one case, sir. You did not fail to appear on a petty theft matter. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Ms. Judge. Okay. Is there anyone? Oh, just don't. Is there anyone?
Do we have Hugh Raspberry? He's in here? Okay, I'll just set him to the side then. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Raymond Comer.
Mr. Comer, you are here in 19MO1533. You were arrested for urinating in public. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. Was there an offer for Mr. Comer?
Yes, there was, Your Honor. Adjudication guilty and credit time served.
All right, Mr. Comer, did you want to accept the offer?
I can't hear that well. Yes, please. I got bad hearing. I can't hear that well.
Okay, no problem, sir.
I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Okay. I think we can fix that.
I want to plead innocent.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's all right, sir.
Thank you.
You were arrested for urinating in public.
Yes.
There's probable cause for the offense. I've appointed the public defender to represent you. The state's made an offer to resolve your case today of an adjudication of guilt and credit for time served. Did you want to accept that, or did you want to resolve your case at a later date?
I want to resolve my case in a later date.
In a later date. Okay, sir.
How
Mr.
soon can we get it done? Because I want to leave
Well,
Florida.
so I guess maybe you don't understand what we're talking
Okay.
about. So if you accept the state's offer today,
Right.
you can plead no contest, you'll be released from the jail today and you can go about your business. If you want to contest the charges, you're gonna have to do that on another court date, probably a month from now downtown.
Ooh. Go ahead and let me go today.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to sign the plea form, please.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm just kind of a car wreck, so you're gonna lose your headphones here.
Mr. Comer, did you read the plea form before you signed it, sir?
Did I read the plea form? No, I did not.
All right, sir. Do you understand that you're giving up your right to have a trial by a jury by entering this plea today?
I don't want to do that.
I know. So you understand you're giving that right up?
Right. I
Okay.
want, can I pull that judgment I just did and go ahead and stay here, I guess, for another month and go for the jury trial because this adds to.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Your bond is
This adds
$500.
to more other cases.
No problem, sir. Your
I
bond's $500.
totally apologize to the court.
That's okay, sir. Thank you. Deputy's appointed. I'm just gonna rip up the plea form.
For a second,
No, it's fine.
thank you. I'm sorry.
Sir, good morning. Tell me your name.
Alfred.
Are you Mr. Russell?
Yeah,
Okay. What about Mr.
I just
Baswell?
wanted to get out because I've been in here and I'm
All right.
seeing if I can go because I'm charged. Been
Okay.
trying to get it resolved.
I understand, Mr. Russell. I just need you to give me a minute, okay?
Mr. Baswell is mental health, Your Honor.
Okay. So this has been a reset since 9/3. I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Baswell. Mr. Scholl, do you want to waive his appearance at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. So this is 19 MM 7265. Mr. Baswell was arrested for trespass in an occupied structure and resisting officer without violence. There's probable cause for both of those offenses. As I stated, the public defender is appointed. I'm going to stay the bond at 500 on count 1 and 100 on count 2. All right, and you're Mr. Russell, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, Mr. Schultz, this is 19 MO 1460. This is your motion?
Yes, Your Honor. There are two motions for both, one for each charge, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Your Honor, the city responded, so they had no objection to their motion. That's in the 19 MO 1460, please.
Okay. I'm not gonna find the defendant incompetent to proceed based upon the evaluations that I have before me. I would consider releasing him ROR with conditions of release, and that can be determined at a later date. But the last evaluation that I have, the most current one that's been attached to the motion, is from January of this year.
I
So we're in
just-
September.
Okay. I'm sorry. How the writing the motion is, Your Honor, I just want to make sure for the record.
I just want to get out.
How the writing the motion is that his competency has to do with being released, not for the charges that we're talking about right now. Since he was deemed incompetent, now under the Rule 212, that he should be released because he's been declared incompetent, and no court has determined that he's no longer incompetent. So we're not talking about the charges themselves, we're just talking about him being released based upon him being incompetent by the court.
He has to be found incompetent as to each case.
I-
So he's not being held in the jail on the cases for which he's been found incompetent for. All right?
So I'm just, for the record, what the motion says.
Sure.
Okay. And then, but we would appreciate the ROR, as you said, with conditions.
Okay, so you have to file the right motion.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna
100%.
deny these motions.
Okay.
Okay,
And then we'll
you
just
can
file a ROR, and that would be sufficient.
You need to put everything in your motion that you think needs to be in the motion for it to be granted.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Grimmage, is that correct?
Grimmage, yes, ma'am.
Sir, you were here 19 CF 12550. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. Your bond is $2,500. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms, and you're not to have any contact with Dion Keys. Thank you, sir. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Kenneth Hardy.
Mr. Hardy, you're here 19MO1534. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Hardy?
Yes, Your Honor, there was adjudication guilty, credit time served, and he wants to plead no contest,
All right.
Your Honor.
I just need the plea form, sir. Mr. Hardy, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You also have to pay court costs. Those are due by September 5th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. Thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Randall Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, this is 19MO1535. You were arrested for open container. There is probable cause. Was there an offer for Mr. Thompson?
Yes, Your Honor, it was adjudication guilty, credit time served.
Right, Mr. Thompson, do you want to take the offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I just didn't appoint the public
Okay.
defender on this.
Sorry,
case.
Your Honor.
That's okay. He didn't fill out the form. Mr. Thompson, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You do have to pay court costs. Those are due by September 5th of 2020. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. Sir, you also have reporting requirements when you are released from the jail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Hello, my name is Jamal Jarvis.
Mr. Jarvis?
Yes, ma'am.
This is 19MM7332.
No, March the 7th, 2001, ma'am.
Is that your birthday?
Huh?
Were you telling me your birthday?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
My bad, ma'am. I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay. Sir, you were arrested for trespass on property.
Yes, ma'am.
After warning, there's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Jarvis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh,
We have no reason juvenile probation.
okay. Mr. Jarvis, it appears that you are on juvenile probation, so I don't think it's in your best interest to take a plea at this time. I'm gonna order that you can't return to 2060 Americana Boulevard. That's the Americana Plaza.
Is there a reason why he didn't qualify? He already was on probation.
Yeah, can't do my probation.
Oh, I see on the bottom.
Yes.
Mr. Jarvis, I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance. You need to report to your probation officer within 24 hours of your release. Do you understand me?
Thank you, man.
But did you hear what I told you?
Yes,
What are you
ma'am.
gonna do when
I'm
you're
gonna
released?
report to my probation officer.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Oh, is that his mom? Oh. Are you mom, are you his mom? Okay, did you hear that he needs to report to probation when he's released? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Ricardo Joseph Donas.
Sir, you're here 19 MM 7319. You were arrested for trespass on property after warning.
That is correct.
There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Dones?
I don't have his paperwork, may I have a moment, Your Honor?
Sure. It's a Wawa. He was trespassed from the Wawa at 12321 East Colonial Drive. Mr. Dones, were you interested in resolving your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can plead at the court if you want to resolve the case.
Say we're doing adjudication credit time, sir. No
Okay.
return.
I'd like to speak.
Yes, Your Honor. He accepts the offer, no contest. He pleads
Okay.
no contest, Your Honor.
Sure. Mr. Dones, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
I understand.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 3 days' time served. You do have to pay court costs. Those are due by September 5th of 2020. You cannot return to the Wawa at 12321 East Colonial Drive. The police report does indicate that you were given a trespass, a written trespass on June 21st of this year. So every time you go back there, sir, they're gonna have you arrested, okay?
I'm back here. Got you.
Pardon me?
I understand.
Okay. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
I understand.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, your name?
My name is Richard Rivera, Pagan.
Right, this is 19MM 570. Go ahead, Mr. Scholl, this is your motion.
Yes, Your Honor. If it's, can I get some, may I ask sworn testimony from my client, Your Honor?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
Name is Richard Rivera, Pagan.
Are you currently employed?
No,
Do you have any form of income?
no.
Have you spoken to friends or family to help you get bond?
Yes, yes, I have.
Were they able to help you?
No, not at this moment. They're not, I don't have no money.
How long have you lived in Orlando, Florida?
For 25 years.
And do you have means to appear for the court, your
Ye-
court?
yes.
appearances?
Yes,
And how will, and what means will you use?
I use the bus or maybe one of those, a car or something, or one of friend of mine or something, like, to take me.
That's all the questions I have, Your Honor.
Right.
State has no questions and no objection. His last failure to appear was in 2015. He's had 6, but 2015 was the last one. And he pled to a trespass in February of this year.
Okay.
He does have 39 misdemeanors and 9 felonies.
Mr. Pagan, I'm gonna grant your motion. You can't return to the 7-Eleven at 6750 Forest City Road. You understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, make sure that you show up for court, otherwise they're gonna
All right,
issue a warrant for your
Thank you, guys.
arrest.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Ellis, Mortasia Ellis.
Ma'am, you're here in 19 CF 12575. You were arrested for retail theft greater than $300, coordinated effort. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $2,000, ma'am. You are not to return to the Victoria's Secret in the Winter Garden Village. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Georges?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Okay, so you're out on bond case. You were in pretrial diversion, but I see the pretrial diversion rejection. All right, so your new case is 19 MM1 CF 12559. You were arrested for possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those offenses, sir. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Okay.
Robin, if he resolves the out on bond case, will he then qualify for PTR?
Yes, we can do that. Let me see, let me just check one thing. Because we didn't verify any community ties because he was,
I see.
let me just check one thing.
Okay.
I might be able to.
Mr. Georges, did you want to resolve your out on bond case this morning?
I got a lawyer. I thought my lawyer was here.
Oh, do you have private counsel on that case?
On the case that's already open?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, who's your lawyer?
Spencer, Rod.
Spencer Rhodes.
Okay. All right,
So there's a PTD rejection.
yeah, I see that. But because of that case, he can't do PTR, right? All right. Mr. Georges, your bond on count 1 is $1,000, your bond on count 2 is $1,000, your bond on count 3 is $100. I'm not gonna take any action on your, out on bond case. All right, get in touch with Mr. Rhodes.
Okay,
All right?
thank you.
You're
So-
welcome, sir.
I'm good.
Good morning, your name?
William Goodwin, good morning to you.
Mr. Goodwin, you're here in 19 CF 12555. You were arrested for possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance at this time. Make sure that you stay in touch with your lawyer and your address is updated with the clerk of the court so you get notice of your court date. If you do fail to appear for court, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. All right? Thank you, sir. Good morning, your name?
Nathaniel Ivory.
Mr. Ivory, you are here in 19 CF 12577. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offense of aggravated assault with a firearm. Sir, you're not to have any contact with Henry Snow or Deborah DeRozier. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. And your bond is $2,500, sir. Thank you. Oh, Mr. I'm sorry, sir. Oh, so that was the gentleman before you. Go ahead. Driving while license suspended, yeah. Hey Dexter, we're gonna have to bring Mr.
George's.
No, Goodwin, or, did I say his name wrong? Is it Goodwin?
William Goodwin.
Yeah, he had 2 cases. The driving case as well. Yeah, okay.
To the case number for the Willis.
19 CT 6489.
Thank you.
All right. Sir, tell me your name, please.
Brandon Johnson.
Is your last name Brandon or your first name Brandon? Okay, they have it backwards on the paperwork. Sir, you're here in 18 CF 17798. You failed to appear for pretrial conference on May 15th of this year. Your bond is set at none. I will appoint the public defender to represent you in all the cases today. You also have 19 MM 7336. You were arrested for petty theft. Your bond is $250. There's probable cause. You're not to return to the target at 3770 North Goldenrod Road.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Hugh Raspberry.
Mr. Raspberry, you are here in 19 CF 12549. You were arrested for petty theft with 2 prior convictions. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender in both of your cases today. You're not to return to the Outlet Mall at 4959 International Drive. Your bond in that case is $1,000. You also have 19 MM 3506. You failed to appear for plea and sentencing on July 31st of this year. Your bond in that matter, sir, is $1,500. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Rivera Navarro Adolfo.
Sir, you're here at 19 CF 12563. You were arrested for driving while license suspended with knowledge. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. I'm going to set your bond at $500. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Goodwin, backyard.
Sir, you have 2 cases. I only addressed the possession of cocaine. You also have a driving while license suspended. There's probable cause on that case, so I just wanted you to be aware that you do have both of the cases that you will need to appear for. I'm going to release you ROR for both, but just be aware that you do have the 2 cases.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Michael Smith.
Mr. Smith, you are here in 2 cases. 19 CF 12552, you were arrested for fleeing and attempting to elude a police officer and attaching a tag that is not assigned to a car. There's probable cause for both of those offenses, sir. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all the cases today. Your bond on count 1 is $5,000. Your bond on count 2 is $100. You also have 19 MM 826. You are arrested for petty theft. There is probable cause for that offense. You're not to return to the Publix at 13750 West Colonial Drive, and your bond is $1,000, sir. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Shalair Tuesday.
Sir, this is 19 CF 12560. You were arrested for possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
But his identification.
Oh, thank you. Sir, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $1,000. Your bond on count 3 will be $100, and I'm not going to take any action on the out on bond case at this time.
Thank you.
I did.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Stephanie L. Vaughn.
Ms. Vaughn, you were here in 19 CF 12578. You were arrested for retail theft greater than $300, coordinated effort, and unauthorized possession of an identification card. There is probable cause for both of the offenses. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond on count 1 is $2,000. Your bond on count 2 is $150. You are not to return to the Victoria's Secret at the Winter Garden Village. And I'm not gonna take any action on your out on bond case. Sir, good morning. Tell me your name, please.
God.
Sir? I can't hear you.
G-O-D, God.
Oh, I see. Okay, sir. If you want to tell me your name, you can. If you don't, then we'll just waive your appearance and your case is going to be reset.
Just told you my name.
All right, thank you, sir. Your appearance is waived.
Your Honor, just ask the record, can we say what's on his identification card before we remove him? Just so we know that-
Roberto Vasquez
Hernandez. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dexter. All right, so that's 19 CF 12558. Mr. Hernandez was arrested for armed burglary of an occupied dwelling, criminal mischief, grand theft, burglary of possession tools, or possession of burglary tools, and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those offenses. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him. Bond on count 1 is going to be $7,500. Bond on count 2 is $1,500. Bond on count 3 is $500. Bond on count 4 is $150. Bond on count 5 is $100. He's also not to return to 326 West Princeton Street or possess any weapons or firearms.
We also have no contact with any of the victims, Your Honor.
Yes. Sir, good morning. Your name?
My name is Aaron White.
Mr. White, you are here in 19 CF 12551. You were arrested for petty theft with 2 prior convictions. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to return to the target at 3343 Daniels Road. Your bond is $1,000, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Alonzo Bellamy.
Mr. Bellamy, this is 19 MM 7349. You were arrested for trespass in an occupied structure or conveyance in possession of alcohol on a street or sidewalk. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Bellamy?
Yes, there was, Your Honor. The state said ROR or adjudication guilty with credit time served, no return. I had spoken to him previously. I just need to see what his decision was, Your Honor. Just one
Okay.
moment. Your Honor, he would like to take the approach of ROR if the court's discretion, of course, and then not plead out to the case today.
Mr. Bellamy, are you sure you want to have to come back to court?
Yes, cause, cause the reason why I asked the police some, cause I work at the store.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
All right, sir, I'll release you on your own requirement. Make sure you show up for your court date.
Yes, I
All right, they're going to give you one when you leave the jail.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Mr. Bellamy, in the meantime, I would call the gas station to see if you're allowed to go back there. I know you're telling me you work there, but
Yes.
if they're calling the police and having you trespass, I'd get that squared away before I go back.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Willard Mays Ellis.
Mr. Ellis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Ellis, you are here in 19 MM 7337 for possession of a grocery cart or dairy case in open container. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Mr. Ellis, did you want to resolve your case today?
Yeah.
Was there an offer?
Yes, there was an offer, Your Honor. Adjudication guilty, credit time served.
Mr. Ellis, I'll just need you to sign the plea form, please. Mr. Ellis, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in
No,
court
ma'am.
today? So I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You will have to pay court costs. Those are due by September 5th of 2020, and you have 30
okay.
days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Good morning, Ms. Billy Ortiz.
Ms. Ortiz, you were here in 19 MM 7330. You were arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Ms. Ortiz?
Yes, Your Honor, it was adjudication guilty, credit time served, or she could do ROR, but my client would like no contest, adjudication guilty, credit time served.
Okay. Ms. Ortiz, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes?
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No?
Are you on probation?
No?
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes?
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No?
I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You do have to pay court costs. Those are due by September 5th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
about Ms. Torres?
Mrs. Torres is medical, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset this. Sir, good morning, your name?
Sorry?
Your name, please?
Eric Church?
Your Honor, Mr. Turk's case state conveyed an offer which we won't withdraw of an adjudication credit for time served. However, we do want to explain to Mr. Turk, if we see him back in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna do a 30-day offer.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've seen Mr. Turk, have I seen you recently too?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen me what?
I've seen you before. We've met before.
Yes.
Okay.
I apologize. Is the offer still
Yes,
on
I
the table?
revoked the offer today, but
Okay.
if I see him again,
Yeah. Yes. Yep. State, what was the offer?
adjudication credit for time served, no return.
Okay. All right, Mr. Turk, were you accepting the offer this morning?
What do you recommend? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I need you to sign the plea form.
Sorry?
You need to sign the plea form, please.
That means I get out today, right?
Excuse me?
I get out today.
Yes. So, Mr. Turk, I want to be very, very clear with you, okay? You are not allowed to return to the Publix at 409 South Chickasaw Trail. They have trespassed you from that property. You are no longer welcome there. Do you understand?
What about the other businesses in that plaza?
Those would be fine, but I would not go anywhere near the front of the Publix,
Right.
okay? And if any of those other businesses tell you that you can't be there anymore, then you need to leave, okay? Because that seems to be why we keep seeing you, is that you're being asked to leave someplace and then you don't want to leave,
Right.
okay? And the state's getting frustrated because they keep seeing you for the same thing, and they've indicated that the next offer that they're gonna make you when you come through initial appearances is gonna be 30 days. I don't know what I would do because I don't have the facts in front of me, but that would be your offer from the state. It's 30 days next time.
30 days in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so if someone asks you to leave their property, you need to leave. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I mean, the reason I asked is because there's a restaurant there and there's a pet store.
That's fine. If they haven't trespassed you, you can go there. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is if they then tell you you need to leave,
Right.
then you should go.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
So did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No.
All right. Are you on probation?
No.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen, that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court?
No, ma'am.
All right, sir, I'm going to accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You will have to pay court costs, which are due by September 5th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. You can't go back to the Publix. Mr. Turk, also, I noticed that you have several cases that you've gotten recently that all have court costs associated with them.
Which cases are
Well, your
those?
last conviction was on August 30th of this year.
Yes,
Okay, so I know there's court costs with that case,
okay.
okay? Make sure you pay all those court costs, otherwise they're gonna suspend your driver's license.
When do I have to pay by?
Well,
Because I don't have. a
mine, I
car.
just gave you 1 year, but I would contact the clerk's office and figure out what you owe, so your license doesn't get suspended.
I have a year to pay them?
You do,
Because I don't.
on this case.
Right now, I'm unemployed, so,
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir.
so I have a year to pay those?
On this case,
What about the other two cases?
I don't know, you have to call the clerk's office, but make sure you do.
Oh, what's that?
You have to call the clerk's office, but make sure you do.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you know?
This way. This way.
We good? When do I get out?
Get out today.
When do I get out?
Today. Come on.
Okay, I'm coming. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. What, Corteria? Bonded, okay. Sir, good morning, your name?
Kenneth Palmer.
What about Carlene? Did she have a bond? I'm sure she bonded. Carlene Cologne?
She bonded here.
Okay. And you're Mr. Palmer?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Osceola County. Your bond, sir, is set at none. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, and Osceola County is going to come pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Randerson.
Mr. Randerson, you are here for an out-of-county warrant from Bay County, Florida, related to failing to appear in an accessory after the fact to burglary or, of a structure or a conveyance. Your bond is set at none. Bay County will come pick you up and you'll see a judge when you get to first appearance there. Thank you, sir. Good morning, your name?
Quentin Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Hillsborough County. For interference with custody, your bond is $2,000, and battery domestic violence, there's no bond on that count, sir. Hillsborough County is going to come pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get to first appearance. Thank you. Sir, good morning, your name?
Ramon Fernandez.
Mr. Fernandez, it appears that you are seeking the appointment of the public defender, is that correct?
Yeah, I have a private attorney I was supposed to hire, but she's not present, and I haven't really got to talk to her because there's situations with the phones.
Okay, so do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender, or are you gonna continue to try to hire this other lawyer?
Her name's Nicole Dickinson.
Sure, I'm familiar. So do you wanna see if you qualify for the public defender?
I mean, sure,
Okay, I mean, that's why you're here today.
I could still hire her if anything, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, so, do you have a job?
Not right now.
Okay, do you have any source of income?
Not right now.
Okay.
I'm in here.
All right, sir. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you at this time.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I believe, based upon his name, and I saw him last week, there could be, based on his case, that there could be conflict.
Sure.
And I believe that one of the other individuals, like the RCC, and I know that another case, we actually had to put a motion forward that we couldn't represent, so I'm
Yeah,
just,
so, yeah.
okay.
Your office will have to file the appropriate motion and then conflict off that way,
Okay,
okay? And then, Mr. Fernandez, certainly you can hire Ms. Dickerson if that's what you'd like to do, okay? Thank you. And then we just have the 33-day motion, is that right? Are you ready to proceed, or do you need a minute?
State's ready, right?
Okay. 19 CF 9420 Amy Taylor.
That should be denied. The state filed information on 8:30.
That will be denied. 19 CF 10881 Darren Oliveria.
That should be granted. The state filed no information on 8:30.
That will be granted. 19 CF 10844 Darren Oliveira.
That should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That'll be granted.
He had 2 cases.
19 CF 10914 Juan Caraballo.
That should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 19 CF 10736 Matthew Glover.
That should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
All right, that will be granted. 19 CF 10843 Antonio Parkinson.
That should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 19 CF 4753 Keith Johnson.
Should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 19 CF 9735 Christopher McNeely.
That should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That'll be granted. 19 CF 10999 Shantron Stanley.
That should be denied. Information was filed on 8/29.
That'll be denied. 19 CF 7360 O'Neill Goodman.
Should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Alright, that's actually gonna be denied. Bond was revoked on that case on July 5th. Nineteen CF 7122 Kelvis Liriano.
That should be denied. The state filed information on 8:30.
That'll be denied. 18 CF 17464 Thomas McGee.
That should be denied. The state filed information on 8:30.
That'll be, did you say denied or granted?
Should be denied.
Thank you. That'll be denied. Okay. I believe that's everything. Okay, then we'll be in recess until 1 p.m. I'm gonna revoke your bond in 19 CF 10218. That will be reset at 1,500. And 19 CF 7003, I'm gonna revoke that. That will be reset at 3,000. Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, the first bond you wrote, how much was that on the 10218 case?
1,500.
Thank you.
Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
My name is Johan Jabatis.
Sir, this is 19 CF 12572. You were arrested for carrying a concealed firearm and possession of a controlled substance.
Yes,
There's
sir.
probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't have an out on bond case for the Osceola County case. Is that correct?
It's a 2019, hold on, Judge, I'm putting my glasses on. It's a 2019 CF 2686,
Okay.
possession of cannabis. 2686.
Okay. All right, Mr.
She has no objection, taking no action.
Count one, sir, your bond is $2,500. Count two, your bond is $100. And I'm not gonna take any action on the out on bond case. Thank you. Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Nestor Munje Roman.
Sir, you're here in 16 CT 9713 for a violation of probation, sir. It is alleged that you failed to pay $50 per month toward your cost of supervision for the months of August 2018 through July 2019, and you're $600 behind. It's also alleged that you failed to complete your community service within 11 months as ordered by the court, and you failed to participate in the recommended substance use treatment as ordered by the court. Your bond, sir, is $500.
You're on, yeah, he had on the word 500 or PTR.
Right.
He's gonna do the bond.
Yeah, I didn't see that he qualified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here
Oh,
it is.
the active warrants for Broward County, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Your name?
Darrell Rutland.
Mr. Rutland, you're here in 19 CF 12571. You were arrested for possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience store with intent to sell, possession of cocaine, and possession of ecstasy. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond on count one is $5,000. Your bond on count two is $150. Your bond on count three is $150.
Thank you.
I'm gonna revoke the bond in 19 CF 7863. Count one, I'm gonna set at $2,500, and count two is gonna be $2,500. Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Jeremy Smith.
Mr. Smith, you're here in 19 CF 12573. You were arrested for possession of methamphetamine, resisting officer without violence, loitering or prowling, and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. I'm going to set your bond at $500 on count one, and stay the bond on counts 2 through 4. good morning, your name, or good afternoon, your name?
Stephen Watts.
Mr. Watts, this is 19 CF 12567. You were arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of a controlled substance. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $150. I'm not gonna take any action on your out on bond case at this time, sir.
Charlie Williams, bond, Your Honor. Alyssa Harris, also bonded. Wilmer Noster, bonded.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name, please.
My name is Willard Rippey.
Mr. Rippey, you're here in 19 CT 6524. You were arrested, sir, for driving while license suspended. There is probable cause. Your affidavit for the public defender states that you make $500 per week. Is that correct? All right, and that's after taxes?
That is after
And
taxes.
no family or children that you take care of?
That's just for me.
Okay, sir, so you don't qualify for the public defender. You're going to want to try to hire a lawyer to help you with this case before you go back to court. I don't know what your driving record looks like, but they'll be able to advise you.
State had no objection to RO offering, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like you've got 3 suspensions for failing to appear on a traffic summons, and then you've got 2 PIP suspensions. So your lawyer, you can hire a lawyer that can advise you what you need to do to clean your license up and maybe get a license before you come back to court.
That'd be fantastic,
On this
actually.
case, sir, so at this time, I will release you on your own recognizance. You're gonna get a court date when you leave the jail. Make sure that you keep that. I see you also have a hold here for Palm Beach County.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're gonna wanna make sure you have that court date. I don't know what's going on in Palm Beach County, if you're gonna be staying there for a while, so you're gonna want your lawyer down there to also know about your court date here.
Okay.
In case you're in custody down there, that way they can notify whoever they need to here where you are.
All right.
All right, sir?
All right, thank you.
That Palm Beach count, he has 2 counts. One of DUI, he was given a bond for $3,000. The second count is ROR.
Oh.
Yes, now that's what I was planning on doing anyway, so
Okay.
so I don't have to and get a lawyer involved.
All right, so make sure you come back to Orlando for your court date.
I stay in Orlando, so it's fine.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Your
Good
Honor, Mr. Schaffler.
Yes?
is withdrawn release.
Okay. Ma'am, good afternoon. Your name?
Joanna Key.
Ms. Key, this is 19 MM 7345. You were arrested for trespass in an occupied structure. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Ms. Key?
Yes, there was, Your Honor. It's withhold adjudication, credit time served, and no return, and my client has accepted it, plead no contest.
Okay. Ms. Key, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
I glanced at it upstairs. I kind of skimmed through it, but,
Go ahead and take a look.
okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor, she's good.
Ms. Key, do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up
No,
on the form? Okay. Are you on probation?
no.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No.
I'll accept your plea, withhold adjudication, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You cannot return to the Orlando International Airport. You'll have to pay court costs. Those are due by September 5th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Okay. So am I going to jail, you said?
Pardon me?
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry, sorry, okay.
Thank you, Ms. King.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mr. Lattimore is in the hospital, Your Honor.
Alright. We'll reset him for 24 hours from his
Okay,
release
there
from
is no
hospital.
offer in this case, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
There's no offer in his case.
Oh, on Mr. Lattimore?
No, Mr. Lattimore.
He's gone. Okay, I'm still gonna reset him. Thank you, though.
Amanda Myers is mental health.
We'll reset Ms. Myers. Good afternoon. Your name, sir?
Robert Adams.
Mr. Adams, you're here for an out-of-county warrant out of Pinellas County for possession of cocaine and possession of THC oil. Looks like it's a violation of probation, sir. Your bond is set at none. Pinellas County is going to come pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there.
Okay, and Judge Carter, so that's, I mean, I'm stuck here waiting till Pinellas County comes gets me.
That's right. So there's an administrative order that says they have 72 hours to come get you. Those are business days. So there's tomorrow, and then probably Tuesday, I think they'll come to get you. If they don't come pick you up, you'll come back and see me, and we'll readdress the issue.
Okay,
All right?
thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Your name?
Good afternoon, Deshaun Lenore's counsel.
Mr. Counsel, you are here. It's an over-the-line arrest. Sir, you were arrested for aggravated battery on an officer, possession of marijuana less than 20 grams, possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon, tampering with physical evidence, and fleeing and eluding with injury or damage. There is probable cause for the offenses, sir. Your bond on count one is going to be $500. Your bond on count two is $500. Your bond on count three is $5,000. Your bond on count four is $150. Your bond on count five is $150. And your bond on count six is $5,000. And then 18 CF 14834, I'm revoking the bond in that matter. That will be set at none. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Tell me your name.
Good afternoon, Ryan Romaine. Charles Irish is bonded, Your Honor.
Okay.
Brittany Manuel also bonded.
Okay. You're Mr. Romaine, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, Sir, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County. This is related to driving while license suspended or revoked. You failed to appear for arraignment. The bond is set at none, sir. Seminole County will come pick you up and you'll see a judge when you get there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, your name?
Raheem White.
Mr. White, you are here for an out-of-county warrant from Lake County related to robbery, grand theft, battery, and assault. Your bond on count 1 is $50,000. Your bond on count 2 is $2,000. Your bond on count 3 is $1,000. Your bond on count 4 is $5,000. If you're unable to post those bonds, sir, Lake County is going to come pick you up and you'll see a judge when you get there.
I can post a bond here?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.